Well, day one of my job. Well, guess what? Michael becomes a truck driver. Oh, yes, I'm Michael DeSantis in GTA 5, and, well, let's just become a truck driver. Me, Metal Mike here. Subscribe, like, share. Hit the bell. Well, let's just become a truck driver. Me, Metal Mike here. Subscribe, like, share. Hit the bell. And, this is gonna be a little GTA 5, Episode 1 walkthrough miniseries of truck driving in GTA 5. So hope everybody's having a great day. Sunday night, I will be doing a Metal Bastards podcast. Sunday night, me, Metal Ben Schuster, and Ryan Arnold will be talking about Pantera, doing a Pantera deep dive. Make sure to check that out at 11 p.m. It'll be fucking great, and it'll kick ass. So, also check out my drumming videos on my YouTube channel. You know, I love playing video games, I love playing drums, and I love railfanning, which is a term for, you know, being a railroad enthusiast. I also love trains. And I also have high functioning autism, so, you know, I support the autism community fully. And, you know, my morning's going good. When I woke up, I put on, I was listening to some Boston this morning. So, you know, I'm into heavy metal and classic rock and, thrash, progressive metal, well, progressive rock. Don't really care much for progressive metal. You know, my influences growing up was, you know, a lot of AC/DC, Metallica, Pink Floyd, since my dad listened to a lot of Pink Floyd, and my dad listened to a lot of The Doors, and so, you know, my grandfather listened to a lot of bluegrass music, so I have a lot of traditional old school country music in my playlist. I list, like, bluegrass wise, I like Johnny Cash, I like Hank Williams Sr., Hank Williams Jr., Don Williams, Gordon Lightfoot, John Prine, Grandpa Jones, Buck Owens, you know, a lot of the old school bluegrass musicians I like. So, yeah. That's what I think country music is. I don't consider country music. Today's country music is a fucking former shell of itself. And it's a shame that country music, rock music, and heavy metal music right now, some of the more bands in the media bands, I mean bands who just don't give a fuck, and bands who are popular. I mean, not like legacy bands, but, you know, just newer bands that just aren't into, like, continuing thrash metal. There's several bands out there that just don't give a fuck and want to, like, ruin rock and metal music. And, you know, to me, I always think heavy metal music should still have its core roots. I just feel like today's younger generations don't understand the analog stuff that they used in the 1970s and the 80s and the early 90s, even the early 2000s. You still have bands using analogs. And, you know, I think analog is the better way to go than digital. If you're recording music, I always say it's better to hear you making mistakes or hearing your band make mistakes. I always think it's better that way, and it's just more traditional. You know, and I think that's why today's modern music kind of sucks, to be quite honest. So, yeah, each to their own. You like what you like and you hate what you hate, you know, we're all human. Nobody's fucking perfect. So, yeah. But the first thrash metal band I really discovered, really, to be honest, was Metallica. I've ever only owned 3 Metallica albums in my lifetime. I've owned. I've owned the Black Album. I think I lost it somewhere. I owned Load for a little bit. And personally, still my personal favorite Metallica album I still own is And Justice for All. I bought that thing at Stan's Records for only $3, and it was a steal. I remember the very first albums I got. It was, I think, my 12th birthday. It was either my 12th or 13th birthday. It's the first time I ever actually owned CDs. I remember my mom bought me like a very cheap portable CD player. Oh, that brings me back. And it was 3 CDs. No, actually it was 4 CDs. It was AC/DC If You Want Blood Live. It was the Black Album by Metallica. That was the second one. The third album was a Beatles compilation album. And then the fourth album was Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon. So those are actually the very first 4 studio albums I've ever owned. And like me being 27, my collection has grown slightly so. So most likely there might be a collection video coming soon on my YouTube channel here, so yeah. So, you know, subscribe, hit that bell, do whatever the fuck you want to do, just don't be a dick. Shit! And like I said, don't be a troll, because I won't tolerate that shit. Because, you know... And to be fair, I'm really not PG. I really don't give a shit about PG. I respect some people who go by the PG rules and stuff, but man, I prefer just being old school and just not giving a fuck, pretty much. Because, I think everyone has gotten soft, and I just mean everyone in today's society. I'm not saying people in general. I just think today's society, man, today's society, people are too soft. People, will bitch about every little thing. People will complain. Or people will bitch about politics or bring politics into conversations or situations that don't need to be political, to be honest. And I just feel like, you know, and like I said, I'm from the United States. So, personally, our government sucks for several reasons. I could give 2 reasons. One reason is we vote idiots into the White House. We keep on voting stupid people, or like older people that just are too crazy to run. We also vote for like these corporate like billionaires that like don't need to be in the government, period. All these corporate rich ass billionaires just need to get the fuck away from our politics. Let us the people run it. Let it go back to what it was in the early 1800s, like right after 1812, before the Civil War. You know, I don't mean it to sound that way. I'm just, you know, saying how I feel about it. You know, where people actually, you know, did stuff for the community, and, you know, people looked out for each other. I just wish America was, like, back to where everyone kind of, like, actually had love for one another. Feels like, you know, feels like today's America. Nobody loves one another. Everybody's at each other's throats. Everybody's screwing someone over, and it's just fucking sick to watch this country go down the shitter from both sides, and I mean both parties. Okay, yeah, the Republicans are evil, but so are the Democrats. Both are evil equally, just they have different motives to their agendas. I'm not gonna get too political on it. And we have our first truck, so first day on the job of being a trucker. Yeehaw. Yep, get out of the truck. This is mine. You're gonna have that car, though. Or just run in the road. Anyway, I'm a truck driver. Honk honk. Yeah, sorry if I got political there for a sec. I just thought I had to say something, because, you know, that's how I feel about, you know, today's politics. And, you know, I also think our government needs to do more for the autism community, because, you know, we deserve better. Yeah, we deserve better also. And, you know, it's for me, with someone with high functioning autism, it's hard to like get a job and stay employed, because, you know, some of us, like high functioning autistic adults, we tend to like have like social security and like a lot of safety nets, which like isn't our fault. And I just fucked up my truck. You know, okay, maybe it's partially our fault, but still, it's more the government's fault, really. And, you know, I just wish, you know, job employers and, you know, big corporate businesses and just, you know, jobs in general would be, like, more open to having, like, the autism community be a part of, like, job employment and stuff, and, like, be treated more fairly at work instead of, like, being discriminated, because it's, like, it's not fair on us, you know. I remember my first job. They didn't go, like, they didn't train me or anything, they just said, here, work, there you go.
Get out of fucking way.
You know.
Citizens report a 503 south of the Lago Zancudo Causeway.
Ah, crap.
Roger that, I'm right here.
Ah, it's insured. Don't be a
my day's going good, you know. So, you know, each to their own, you know.
You maggot! Bullshit!
You know, we all have good days, we all have bad days, you know. Just gotta stay positive, man, and keep fucking going.
Suspect in sight.
We have a 148 on Van Hampton Drive in Chumash.
And I'm the worst truck driver ever.
Ah, crap.
Damn it. Get the fuck out of my way, tree.
Suspect northbound in
I'm a truck driving chicken
caller.
Damn it. There we go, now let's see, huh? Well, this truck's shot. Wasn't me. Yo, there's a tractor. Off the bike, pal. Thank you for the bike. I'm on a bike. Do a trick. Alright, I'm gonna do a trick. Shit.